Just get up and wave your hands if you love Andrew Holness. Get up.
Every time that I take the podium at a Jamaica Labour Party meeting, I am filled with pride. When I survey the audience and I see the people done. We have processes in place, we have systems and rules, and we follow those. You will recall that in February 2024, we conducted a survey, and that told us some things that we needed to do. And we have been going through those things systematically. And as we have tightened up the organization, you would have seen the base, the workers of the party, starting to come back into the center of activity. Because like any organization, once you have been in power, in authority for any long time, what the organization stands for versus what people interpret, you can have a difference. What we have been doing is making sure that every one of you here is in sync and at one, that what the party is doing, what the government is doing, you see it as in your benefit, something that you agree to, and you will work for it. Your presence here today, in your numbers and in your energy, says to me that you believe in your party. You know your party is doing well. You understand the mission of the party, and you are ready to work to ensure that your party can continue to do the good and excellent work that it has been doing. I don't stand here on my own accord. I stand here because you have lifted me up and you have continued to hold me up. You make me and the Jamaica Labour Party and the government it for. And so I want you to know that I respect you. And more than that, I love you. And I want you to know that I care about you. I care about the higgler in Grassyard Market. I care about the vendor on Burke Road. I care about the bus drivers in the bus park. I care about the teachers at Jonathan Grant High. I care about every student at Spanish Town Primary. I care about the policemen and women who serve you under difficult circumstances. I care. And it is important that you understand that I stand here not to seek power for power's sake. You may not immediately recall, I am 53 years old in July. I have been in politics since I was officially involved in politics, since I was 20. And I became an elected representative at 25. So I've spent more than half my life in politics. I don't do this for pay. I don't do this for titles. My journey in leadership is such that I have passed those things. I have dedicated my life for the transformation of Jamaica. And that journey started right here in Spanish Town. I was born in a 2-bedroom board house. I was born at the Spanish Town Hospital, but immediately went to live with my great-grandmother at 56 Cumberland Road. A few months after that, Andrew Wheatley was born at Hanover Street. I went to a little basic school in Hampton Green. Then I went to Spanish Town Primary. I was there on the shift system, like everybody, walked to school. You know, and I do see some people who will stop me every now and again and say, you know, we were in class together. I don't remember everybody. And then I went to St. Catherine High School. Dr. Wheatley went to St. Jago High School. And I'm sure we share the same drive. And here I must commend Dr. Wheatley. He has been a very good representative. He was a good councillor, a good mayor, and now a good member of parliament, someone who represents the people. He has never left the people. I have toured with him on several occasions, been into many of his constituents, many areas in his constituency. And all constituencies have the problem, the road challenges, the water, all kinds of issues. But you know, when an MP is on top of their game, they can stand up and face the people and give them solutions and plans. And Dr. Wheatley has established his presence in this constituency, and I would dare say he is unmovable here in South Central St. Catherine. So because my journey started here with you, I can identify with you. And you can identify with me. So you know that I am genuine. My quest to continue to lead the country comes from a genuine place that cannot be questioned. My loyalty to this country cannot be questioned. My commitment, dedication cannot be questioned. My allegiance to this country cannot be questioned. I have chosen to give my life in service to Jamaica. It was not a second thought. It was not to put on my resume. It is because I love, care, and respect the people of this country. Because I, like you, went through the struggle. I don't try to wear struggle as a badge. And I am not saying that because I went through the struggle like all of you, I should be elected. That is not my point. My point is that I have a very deep and personal understanding of what you desire, of what you aspire to be, of what your ambitions are for you and your family, and what you would like to see materialize, transform, emerge in your community, in your town, and in your country. But more than that, more than just having and hope, you can see that my government, your government, which I administer on your behalf, has delivered many of the things that you have dreamt about, that you are hoping that it will happen, that other governments have not been able to do. So you have a government, you have a leader that come from you, that understand your dreams, your ambition, that can put it into a vision, that created a plan, and the plan is working day by day, delivering for you, the people of the country. So I sum it up in this way. The Jamaica Labour Party, which forms the government, represents your vision of what you want to achieve. The Jamaica Labour Party is your voice that speaks on your behalf and represents you. And you are the voters, the votes that turn the vision into reality. So you see those three things: vision, voice, vote. We have a vision of what we would like to see for our country. The Jamaica Labour Party is the voice that articulates it, that speaks about it. And you are the people that votes to support it, so that the vision can materialize. And when you put those together, you get another V, which the lockdown wonder, MP Terry Long, says, when you put the vision, the voice, and the vote, you will get victory. So Labourites, I want you to put that in your head. That's the first thing that we are doing. What these meetings are about, it's about to explaining to you the vision, what we are doing. It's about voicing it and to remind you, to get you as agents of the party to vote and to get your neighbor, your friend, your family member, or your enemy. Get them as well to vote for this genuine vision of our country. So this is a working meeting. It's not just about shower, and happy and celebration. It's about every single one of you becoming an active agent for the party in the field, in your workplace, in your church, in the market, everywhere. We need you everywhere to stand up and show the people the vision, show the people the action, show the people what the Jamaica Labour Party has done in this country. You make the Jamaica Labour Party and the government reform stronger. Now, governments have a duty when they are elected to fulfill the mandate that they have been given. And the expectation is that if you get a mandate and you fulfill the mandate and you do it well, and you go on to seek a new mandate, the achievements under the old mandate counts for something. It gives you credit, because that is how governments should work. Good government that perform should be rewarded. And there are many Jamaicans who think like that. If the government is performing, we will keep on supporting the government because the government is doing well. We're not going to change certainty for uncertainty. But there are members of the electorate who don't think like that. I was just joking with Minister Mackenzie a while ago, because he is a die-hearted Manchester United fan. And recently I wore my Liverpool shirt. And I know I lost a lot of friends there, because I've always been a long-standing Liverpool fan. And of course, Liverpool recently won the Premiership. Now, some people support their politics like how they support their football club. It doesn't really matter. If Desmond not change, he's still a Manchester United fan. And there are people like that. It is an irrational and illogical thing, but it is, you know, it's part of the politics. It's what makes the politics of the country great. But you have to start to think carefully now when you're making your choices, because the consequences of making the wrong choice is much more severe if you make the wrong choice of a government than if you support the wrong football club. And that is why we come to you with this theme. You have a choice. It's part of the democracy. It will not always be exercised rationally, because you have to wrestle with your emotion, your history, your family, your community. But the consequences of using that choice irrationally could mean another FinSac. It could mean the debt going up again. It could mean fiscal irresponsibility returning. It could mean, you know, I don't even have to go into all of the things it could mean. You know, it could mean crime and violence going back up again. It could mean more tax. It could mean greater unemployment. It could mean that Jamaica goes back to those dark days. And that is why I have a duty, having worked with you so hard to bring Jamaica to where it is, not to leave it to chance. The good book tells you, make your calling and election so we must be systematic in what we are doing. The Labour Party, we have a better kind of politics. And we have, pound for pound, better people. When you look at our front line of ministers and you compare that with the alternative, you realize that we have better people. And when you have a better politics, a democratic politics, a politics that listens to people, that is respectful of people, and you pair that with good and competent people in leadership, then you get better policies. So the Jamaica Labour Party has better politics, better people, and better policies. And one area in which our better policies have delivered great results is in crime and violence. Crime and violence. I want to share something with you. 10 years ago, Jamaicans would be of the view that murders could never come down in Jamaica, that we will always be a violent place. But look at us now. We put in place a plan, Secure Jamaica, where we invested in our security forces, we improved their technology, we changed leadership and doctrine, we increased their numbers, we increased their mobility, and now we have a police force over which we can be proud. Today, I'm pleased to report to you that murders in Jamaica today is down 44.1% when you compare it to last year. As of today, we have seized 459 guns. 459 compared to last year when we seized 377. The government has made significant investment in improving the capabilities of our security forces and Jamaica Customs to find the illegal guns coming into the country. I want to use this platform to say to anyone who is involved in gangs and criminal activity, change your ways. Find something else to do. If you were in it, figure out an exit plan. Transition out of it. Put on them things there. Bury the gun. Or better yet, turn it in. And I say this seriously because some people take it for joke. The security apparatus of the country today is far more sophisticated than it has ever been in the history of Jamaica. The capabilities that we are putting in our security forces are now better than the capabilities of the criminals, including our cyber capabilities. So I'm issuing fair warning. When crime go down, even the criminal win, because his life is likely to be spared. He has an opportunity to do something else. His family has an opportunity to do something else. So I say it right here. The transformation of your communities will start when we get the crime down. Now we know that in many communities in this area, there is need for greater social intervention. Minister Grange and myself, I want you to understand this, every day we talk about it, the struggle of some of the communities in this area. And so I want to use this platform to say to you that for the communities where your housing has reached a point where you're seeing significant leaks. Remind me of the community, Babsy. Tars Pen, Ellerslie Pen. Those houses which were built more than 50 years ago, before I was born, some of them was built then. We are going to repair those houses and make sure that the conditions there are livable. I get the reports about the sewage in the community, the pipes are broken, some of the plants are not working. Babsy and myself, we've been talking about how we're going to do it. So as the crime comes down, as the gang activity recedes, the government and the state has to step in to make sure that the social services that you need, your housing, your health, your education, all of those things have to be dealt with. So in addition to improving the policing capabilities, we must also improve the social services to ensure that these communities can genuinely now be placed on a pathway to achieve the prosperity that everybody else around them is achieving. But I close on a note that may not immediately be seen as critical. But I am picking up more and more it is becoming a concern. And that is the issue of violence against women and children. In many communities across Jamaica, in particular in some of the inner city communities, many of our women and children are suffering serious abuse. Serious abuse. And I have looked at the figures recently, and I'm here to also tell you that some of our men are also experiencing serious domestic abuse. Believe it or not, 20% of the cases reported are of men being abused. We have a society. It's true. We have a society where we tend to want to say, Chuck, you're not tough, man. You have to tough it out. But what that has done for the last 40 years is to embed in us a certain aggression that has deteriorated the quality of life that we experience, because the violence and aggression now pervades almost everything that we do in the society. So part of the strategy is to deal with the murder. The man who used the ultimate violence, go upon him, pop off him gun and kill somebody. But we also have to deal with the intimate partner violence, the man and woman business, where them beat up them one another and then them say them love each other. We have to deal with the family violence. People are fighting over land, go hire a hitman, to kill family member, to get land. We have to deal with the neighbor problem. I saw recently where two neighbors in argument, one pull gun and just shoot him. These things reduce the quality of your life. It takes away the peace that you have. And it drives you sometimes into all kinds of things in order to cope. Some people smoke, some people drink, some people get involved in all kinds of deviant activities in order to cope. So your government understands these social issues and how they are connected. And that is why a few years ago, we put in place in the police force a strategy where we have an intervention with serious violence and abuse in 10 stations right across Jamaica. And I want to just read them out. We have put in place the domestic violence intervention centers, and they are right across Jamaica. We have one in Constant Spring, Matilda's Corner, Maypen, Santa Cruz. We have one in St. Catherine in Portmore, in Negril, Gale in St. Mary, Bobby, in St. Thomas, St. Elizabeth, and St. Anne. And I want to announce tonight that you see that brand new police station that we are building, which will host the St. Catherine North and probably will become a divisional headquarters. We are going to put there one of these domestic violence intervention centers. It will be a state-of-the-art one. And what these centers do is that if you end up in an argument with somebody and it looks like it is going to go to violence and you have to go to report it, and you have to go to the regular police reception area, sometimes people don't bother want to go there. So what we have is a special unit. Sometimes it's going to be located on site but in a different location with the proper counseling and the proper support so that we can ensure that if you have a problem and you can't handle the problem, before that problem escalates to you pull your knife and stab somebody or take acid and throw upon somebody, or, you know, some people are not giving them any ideas. But before it escalates, you just go there. Believe me, you just go there and say, listen, officer, I have this problem. And these police officers are specially trained. They're not coming to kick down your door and box and beat you up. They are coming there with the special training of how to counsel you through this challenge. Believe me when I tell you, labor rights, if we do not deal with this issue of the violence that is entrenched in the society, we will reduce the murders, but you will not be able to still live in peace. Because as we are seeing now, as murders by gun is reducing, what we are now seeing coming into play is murders by stabbing, domestic murders, as opposed to gang-related murders. So the plan of the government is both to deal with the gang and gun-related murders and to deal with now this, what we call the social violence. And when we do that, it is going to transform the country that you have. That is now genuinely when you can sleep with your windows and doors open. That is now genuinely when you can feel happy about your community. That is when genuinely you can send your kids to school and don't have to worry that any pedophile or any of the big man go and trouble them. And as a woman, you can feel safe and confident in your relationship that the man you are dealing with is not going to beat you up and abuse you. And that is how we achieve genuine peace in our country. As a political organization, this is what you stand for. This is what you work for. And that is how we are going to transform Jamaica. So, labor rights, as I close, we have documented over 250 achievements. We are going to create a book because that's what it would come down to if we were to circulate it, with 175 of the top ones, the major ones. Because all of you must know what your party has achieved in these past 2 terms that we have had. All of you must be armed and seized with the information. All of you must become agents and warriors for the party. We need an army of informed labor rights and supporters who will go on TikTok, who will go on YouTube, who will go on Instagram, who will go on Facebook, who will go on X and challenge the lies and propaganda and rumors that is being spread to create discontent. And once you are mobilized in this way, once you have the information, and once the people of the country is informed and understand, then we know that our calling and election will be sure. Labor rights, we have done well. There is no other government that can claim the achievements that we have claimed. There is no other government that can say they have taken on the major problems of the country: economic instability, high debt, high taxation, high unemployment, high crime and murders, and can claim that we are making progress or we have solved the problem. So we have the basis to go to the people with credibility, and we will go to them with information. So I want to know who to stop with.
I know who to stop with. Don't living like a movie, watch me. Jump up in a jacuzzi.
Labour rights, I love you. God bless you. Get home safely.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica, this is what it really means. To choose Jamaica, choose JLP.
So Labour rights, let's have a great big round of applause for Prime Minister and Party Leader, Eddie Siaga. The son of Eddie Siaga, Andrew Holness. Oh, that's a moment. So Party Leader, we're coming to the corporate area next Sunday. Tarrant High School Auditorium, East Central, next Sunday. We close with the playing of the party anthem.
Equal rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember Bustamante, he served you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell.
Choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. We're on a mission to lift up our communities. Jamaica Labour Party building shared prosperity. No, he never said that it would happen overnight. Still we laid the foundation to make the